Real underachiever there, obviously. Betsy, Arizona, the last time we saw Betsy here, she had on winter garb. When we first saw her earlier this week, she had on spring garb, and now she's full out summer.
She's
Look at her.
transitioned all the way. I think she's even got a little tan.
Oh my goodness, y'all, we have cooled down to 81 degrees. Woo!
Oh, wow. Yeah.
94 was hot today. It's been a long time since I felt 94 degrees. And then by Saturday, it's supposed to be 96. They're setting record highs out here. So they've actually had a lot of problems with people passing out at some of the spring training games because people are coming and they're not used to the heat. So it's been a little bit of an issue. I'm not complaining, though, trust me. Let's take a look at tomorrow's forecast for the greater Cleveland area and, of course, downtown, where we have the parade happening at 1 o'clock. Filtered sunshine to start, temps in the 20s. We'll see that mercury rising into the upper 30s to about 40 as we head through the afternoon. Notice that the snow showers aren't expected to arrive until we head into the late afternoon. There's that storm system I showed you before. A lot of rain and snow in this one. It's not real clean as far as precipitation type. We'll have some mixing going on, and that presents some challenges as far as the forecast goes. But as of right now, we are expecting to just see some high, thin clouds increasing as we head toward dawn. Temperatures could be in the upper teens in some outlying areas, but I think we'll mostly be in the low and mid-20s to start the day. By 12:30, there you see that snow starting to show up on the western horizon. It could be a little bit earlier. Keep that in mind. But as far as the timing for the parade, it looks like it will work out that hopefully we will stay dry for the parade. Now, if this starts to move in a little faster, obviously, that could be more of an issue. Now, by 6 o'clock, notice that we're in the low to mid-30s, but the colors, those purple colors, we've got everything from the darker purple to the lighter purple. We could end up with some bursts of heavier snow. This is going to be a wet snow, and that could put down some slick accumulations on some untreated roadways, but more likely than not, those elevated type surfaces. And late in the evening, we'll see that change over to some rain as it's moving out, as temperatures will be in the mid-30s. And then we'll see wraparound lake effect and lake enhanced snow showers as we go through Saturday, and you can see those showers are not necessarily all snow. We're probably going to see a little bit of rain in there as well. So as far as the accumulations go, 1 to 2 inches. So there's the outside chance we could get a little more, but keep in mind it's going to be pretty slushy. Here's a look at your Window Nation forecast for the next several days. We'll be in the upper 30s for tomorrow, and then the rain-snow mix around on Saturday with 40s. We'll hold 40 with dry conditions on Sunday, 50s with rain showers back in the forecast on Monday, and then back to more seasonable temperatures as we head through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Now, one of the big challenges out here in the Phoenix area is, of course, heat. And it's especially challenging for anybody who's in any type of an outdoor activity. We've already talked about baseball, but we had some very special guests roll into Goodyear today. The 48 Lowe's car and the 88 Nationwide car. NASCAR has arrived in Goodyear. A few years ago, I did a story on Goodyear Racing tires made in Akron. I met Rob Lopes, the tire specialist for Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 88 car. And I got to tell you, we struck it off. We had a great friendship. We keep in touch on Twitter and whatnot. And I said, why don't you guys come set up your car here at Goodyear Ballpark? And literally yesterday, in the span of 4 hours, we got it all arranged, and they came and they set up, and boy, the folks at the ballpark were excited, the team, the Indians were excited, and a lot of the fans were excited, especially those that parked on the other side of the ballpark, because they came and they could see the cars. So it's kind of a special little thing that came in. And they're here for the Camping World 500 race on Sunday. Now, on the other side of the road, there's another main attraction, and that would, of course, be our Indians, and more specifically, the Indians skipper, Terry Francona. And I got the chance to sit down with him to talk about things other than just sabermetrics and strategy and that really technical baseball stuff.
Well, how have you changed as a manager over the years?
Well, I probably don't have the energy I used to, which I hate, because I think to do this job right, like you owe the team and you owe the organization a lot of energy, because it takes a lot of energy. I mean, I love being at the ballpark. I love being in the clubhouse. I love being in my uniform. I mean, it's probably more home for me than anywhere.
What do people not know about Terry Francona off the field?
There isn't a whole lot of off the field. Like, I'll run down to the casino every so often. Just I feel obligated to give back to the community. I do that very well. But I don't do much.
So talk about the long-term relationships that you've built through baseball. I think of Bill Kinneberg, Brad Mills, John Farrell, all of these guys that have been such a huge part of your life. What do you think is one of the most outstanding qualities of a friend?
You know what, that's a great question. I think I was telling somebody last week, you hate to brag, but I do think in this game, the one thing that I've been the best at is meeting good people. And, you know, when you meet special people that are in this game, it's just so easy to develop those relationships because we're here all day. That's all like if you don't get along, it could be pretty tough because you're together a lot. And I feel like when I really sit and think about it, I have to be the luckiest person because every time I turn around, I meet people that are incredible.
The rain delay. Game 7, finally tied it up in the 8th, and here comes the tarp.
I wasn't that shook up about it. I mean, first of all, I mean, you can't control the weather. Maybe you can in your job, but you know, it happens. I'd rather have it rain when we're tied than when we're losing.
What legacy do you want to leave to baseball?
That's the one question I've never been able to answer. So I really don't put any thought into what somebody's going to think of me or accolades and things like that, because I actually do really enjoy the journey. And every year it's different. Sometimes it's more trying than others, but when you can figure it out with people around you, I get a big kick out of that. So, and the other thing is, just to be kind of flat out honest, I've been put into some pretty good situations. I mean, I'm a baseball lifer. You know what? I mean, I hope I think anybody that's spent 10 seconds around me knows how happy I am in Cleveland. I think at times I get too much credit. It's the people we work with, it's the city, like I don't pretend that I grew up here, but I've been here long enough to care. And I want it to be good.
Tomorrow we wrap up our spring training week here in Goodyear, Arizona. Until then, I'm Betsy Kling, Channel 3 News.
Drive Time with Betsy Kling is brought to you by Cleveland Hopkins International Airport, CLE, going places.